everyone, Lucamus Prime here, so it's time for another LEGO DC Supervillains Character 3-in-1 controversy. It's going to be for Lex Luthor.
I won't rest until the world sees things for the way they really are.
And it's cool that I've loaded up outside his statue and the LexCorp building, so this is indeed Lex Luthor, everyone, yeah? My favourite Superman enemy, and he's just awesome, isn't he? Completely redesigned as well for this game with his new suit, which I love. Much different to how it was in LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham and LEGO Dimensions. And of course from LEGO Batman 2 because he wore his black suit in that game, he didn't have his war suit. But yeah, this power suit here is amazing. It's much different in terms of abilities. Like for example, because in LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham he had different suits he could use, whereas in this game he only has two. I'll show you the other one in a sec. So this one, so basically he hovers on the ground when he's running. Instead of running, it's just, you know, hovering really. He does have green blast of energy from his hands, which is pretty cool. And also, if you tap A, he fires rockets, which can destroy silver, so that's handy. And also, with his suit, he can also glide, but it's advanced gliding, so by that I mean that basically, TT Games have basically used the same gliding mechanism found in Batman Arkham games, where basically you can glide forever as long as you stay above the ground. So, like so, see? As long as you keep yourself high, you can glide for virtually forever, as long as you don't touch the ground. So yeah, it feels like playing Batman Arkham games, just with different LEGO characters. It's fun when you play as Batman though, I will admit that. Plus, if you hold A, he releases his drone. And he could do that in LEGO Batman 3 with his Techno suit, but it's just been given to him in this. And what's nice is his drone actually flies this time. It's not, you know, a little Lex on a skateboard, is it? And I think that can destroy glass when it blows up, yeah? That's pretty cool. And in case you're wondering who his voice actor is, it is indeed, guys, the legendary, the one and only Clancy Brown, reprising his role as him. You know, because whenever I picture the voice of Lex Luthor, I always hear Clancy Brown, no one else. He's the best voice of Lex Luthor, without a doubt. And he's done tons of great work as Luthor. The most notable which being, of course, Superman animated series, and also Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. But he also appeared in a couple episodes of The Batman as Lex Luthor, you know, very underrated TV show, not part of my childhood. He also guest starred as a version of Lex from the Planet Zero now called Luthor, which is, of course, Luthor backwards. And also in Superman Public Enemies as well, where Lex becomes the president. That's a great animated movie. I recommend you watch it if you haven't already, because it's great. And also, of course, these LEGO games, so LEGO Batman 2, LEGO Batman 3, and this game. But in LEGO Dimensions, he was lost by Choice Willingham because Clancy wasn't available. But thankfully they got him back for this, which I'm really happy they did. Because I only picture Clancy Brown when I hear Lex Luthor's voice. Now, I do also love James Masters, who played him in Superman Doom. That's a great animated movie. He does a great job. And he also played Brainiac in Smallville too, which is pretty cool, so it's not his only DC role. I also like Mark Rawson, who played a role in the Injustice game. Not Injustice, Gods Among Us, and also Young Justice too. I'd say those are my other favourites after Clancy Brown, definitely. And there have been lots of good voice actors for Luthor, but it's those three that are my personal favourites. But Clancy Brown's the #1 favourite voice of mine for Luthor. That was a cool ground pound attack. As for live action, my favourite live action Lex Luthor is definitely Gene Hackman from the Christopher Reeve films. He played the role so well. He's a great actor. It's a shame that he's retired now, he's in his late 80s, so I don't blame him for being retired. But yeah, he did such a great job playing Luthor in the 3 films of the 4 films of the Superman starring Christopher Reeve, so yeah, did a great job. Now, for DCEU, I also like Jesse Eisenberg. You know, a lot of people don't really like him as a Luthor, but, you know, I think he was a good casting choice because he played him so similar to how the comics portray him, you know, with obsession and, you know, everything else, really. It was great, and it looks like him with his hair, too, yeah. So I can't wait to see Jesse come back in future films, especially to see him a post-credit scene of Justice League as well, because we're talking about the Legion of Doom, which is pretty cool. So I can't wait to see Jesse appear in more films. I'm very excited for that. Now, I guess most are going to be asking me what I thought of Kevin Spacey. So, I will admit, before I found out he was a sexual molester in 2016, I actually loved him as Luthor in Superman Returns. I thought he was a great Lex Luthor, and he probably was my favourite live-action Luthor. But, after finding out what kind of man he really is, he's lost my respect. So yeah, I have no respect for Kevin Spacey after what he did. But before I found out, I did love him as Lex Luthor, I will admit that. But not anymore. I have no respect for Kevin Spacey. Now, I also intend on binge watching Smallville very soon, because I do believe Michael Rosenbaum played Luthor, and he did such a great job, so I'm thinking of binge watching that show so I can see what I think of him really. But anyway, now we talked about what Lex Luthor can do in the game and who voiced him. Let's talk about how you unlock him. Well, simple play for the first mission of the game. That's when he's one of the first characters you play as. So let's read his character profile now. I'll get into his other suit in a sec. So, of course, known as Alexander Joseph Luthor, affiliated with the Lex Corp and of course the Injustice League. So, this suit gives drone access, explosive, yeah, gliding, advanced gliding, X-ray vision, nice, technology, goon command, that's it. Does have a camera so let's take a selfie with Agent Smith. Nice. And then let's read his profile. I think it's the same on both suits. A brilliant scientist, Lex Luthor's immense genius and unlimited wealth are only matched by his obsession with attaining complete power. Luthor has made it his mission to rule over the world in order to protect it from anyone with special abilities, in particular his arch-nemesis, Superman. First appeared in Action Comics 23 in 1940, wow, so this video goes up, he's celebrating his 81st anniversary. Wow, he's been around for a very long time, hasn't he? Yeah, cool. Okay, let's show his other suit now. Oh, it's called a power suit, is it? Alright.
I won't rest until the world sees things for the way they really are.
So yeah, this is it, yeah, and that was Clancy Brown talking, love his voice. So, very similar in what it does, you know, it hovers instead of running. Luthor has the same pose and that evil smile, which I love, and I love this suit, you know, like parodying Superman in a way. And this is actually, you know, a free minifigure you get if you buy, I think, the collector's edition of the game, or deluxe edition, I'm not sure, but yeah, you can get it with the game. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And the suit we saw before was part of the set, which included, you know, Batman and Wonder Woman and Firestorm and Cheetah, I think. So yeah, do get that, it's great. Released a couple of years ago. So what can this suit do? Well, like Superman, it grants him the ability to fly, which is great. Plus, he does have a laser, but he doesn't come in his eye because he's not Superman, is it? He instead comes out of the S symbol. So that's great, isn't it? Just fire rockets to, which is great. He also fires blasts with blue energy, as opposed to green energy, because it's now blue energy in this suit. So yeah, a bit different to the original because he can fly, and I prefer this one because it can fly, really. It's a shame they didn't give you an animation where you can switch suits, isn't it? What a shame they didn't include that, eh? So this suit can deflect beams, explosive, yeah, of course, flight, goon command, hyper jump, yep. Heat bolts, so those bolts of blue energy can destroy gold, that's nice, you don't have to hold it with this heat, that's great. Smash walls, super strength, technology, X-ray vision, so nice, it has more abilities than the other suit, that's pretty cool. Is the bio exactly the same? Let's check. Here's, great. So it's me showing you my favourite Superman villain, Lex Luthor and Lego Supervillains, so be sure to give this video a like. Also let me know in the comments what you think of Lex Luthor's game if you played this. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel for videos to come in the future, and I will see you all later.